Alright, 16.4, more applications of quadratic equations. You know what applications are, that just means word problems. So I just picked one out here. I'll work a couple of out, probably a couple in class. Gonna be hitting a lot of these more probably whenever we do our review for the assessment, but still, we'll kind of work through one of these real fast. Of course, my favorite one, if you know me by now, is sort of the gravity equations. Okay, an arrow is shot vertically upward from a platform 29 feet high at a rate of 204 feet per second. When will the arrow hit the ground? Use the formula H equals negative 16 t squared plus v naught t plus h naught. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, first off, we know we're going to use it, so let's go ahead and write in our quadratic equation, which is going to be negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now let's start dissecting everything. Okay, we've got h equals negative 16t squared. Let's start realizing what everything is. This negative 16t squared, well, that, my friends, is gravity. Okay, this v naught t is the initial, okay, velocity. Okay, it's a rate. Okay, it's the initial. How fast is this going when it initially starts? And then, of course, we've got this h naught or h0, and that's just its initial height. Okay, now we can start plugging everything into the formula. Okay, which technically plugging everything into the formula will actually mean for me, I'm going to plug it into my calculator once I get everything kind of worked out here, because these are going to be some really nasty numbers when it's all started to work out. So of course I'm going to use my scientific calculator. So let's go and plug it into the formula. We've got this negative 16t squared. We know that's going to be our a. This is going to be our b. This is going to be our c. So rewriting the formula, we're going to have something that looks like negative 16t squared plus, well, what's our v naught? What is our initial, right there? There is our v naught. So that's going to be a 204 t. Okay, and when we got an initial height here, 2. What is that? Our initial height is going to be that 29 feet, which is going to be right here. All of this is going to be equal to 0. Alright, well, let's plug everything into the quadratic. We've got our a, we've got our b, we've got our c. So I have a negative 204 plus or minus the square root of 204, okay, squared plus 4. Well, my a is going to be the negative 16. My c is going to be 29. You can already see that these are, like I said, very nasty numbers. And let's put all of this over 2 times negative 16. Okay, when you plug this into your calculator, now you're gonna get two answers. Okay, so I'm gonna write this in red so you kind of see something, because I want you to see kind of what's happening here. So you've got a guy. Let's kind of scroll down just a little bit here. You've got a guy standing on a platform right here. Okay, now he's standing here. Here he is right there. And he's got his bow. He shoots this bow. It goes up. There's his arrow. It's on its way down now. Okay, and then it's going to come down. Okay, and then of course here is the ground, and right here could be when like h equals 0. Okay, you're gonna get 2 answers out of this. One of your answers with time is going to be negative 0.1, and you're going to get another one at 12.9. Okay, 12.9 is going to be our answer. Okay, because obviously he shoots the bow, and then it's going to come down, and it's going to hit the ground right here at 12.9 seconds. What's this guy? Okay, just as a point of clarity, let's remember that this equation doesn't know whether we're shooting a bow, throwing a rock, whether we're on the ground or what. It just says, here's a formula, okay, figure me out. So that little 0.1, remember, there is another little section here where if for some reason, in some sort of weird universe, the arrow would also be here at negative 0.1 seconds, because this creates a graph. This creates a parabola. You could even come in here and go, how high, in which you will learn in the next section, how high was the arrow at its highest point? When did it get to its very high? When did it quit going up before it started to come back down again? Okay. But in the finality of this part of the lesson, this right here would be your final answer, 12.9 seconds. And make sure to don't forget to put seconds, because 12.9 is just a number.